The BALLER Show presents Balls Deep.
What's going on, people? It's Leon from The BALLER Show, and I'm back with another video and a brand new series. And on today's show, we're going to be going over all of this week's Premier League results. Did he provide? Yes, he did. So I'm so buzzed to see more of Cristiano throughout the rest of the season. We have which guest balls best.
Oh, buzzing! Let's have it! Top inside! 50.
We're going to pick our baller of the week. I feel like if it wasn't for the next player, then he would have got it this week.
Yeah,
But it's just because of this man. But first, time to introduce you to our guest. And this week, I'm going to get balls deep with Robbie Betts.
Hello, what are you saying?
Yeah, not bad, how you doing?
Oh, not too bad, thank you.
It's hot in here, isn't it?
Yeah, for fun, sorry.
Anyway, before we get into it, mate,
Yeah.
I've even bought a little mini fridge, mate. We've got some Coronas, we've got some Dr
very
Peppers,
nice.
we've got some Cokes, we've got some Fantas, or I've got a nice, I know you love a Stella.
I do love a Stella.
Do you want to go for the Stella?
Yeah, Stella,
You want to go for
mate,
Stella?
please.
He's going
Yeah,
to go
go
for
on,
the Stella. Here we
Lovely.
go. Nice,
Cheers,
mate.
mate.
Nice.
Cheers.
I've got a water here, mate. Cheers.
Just having me on.
Cheers, no worries. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to run down the results from the Premier League this week. Then we're going to cut to our first feature, which is which guest balls best, which I'm sure you are excited.
Oh, I'm so excited.
He's a bit of a baller.
Top bins is coming, I tell you.
Top bins, yeah?
Yeah,
He's
mate.
backing himself. And then we're going to get into the Premier League baller of the week as well. We're going to pick that at the end. Let's get into it.
The Premier League Overview.
Right, okay, we're going to get started off with the Crystal Palace versus Tottenham game. So this one finished Palace 3, Spurs 0.
Big game. Absolute big game.
That's massive, to be
Massive,
fair.
especially.
Spurs had won their first 3 games, I think were top of the league. This one has definitely brought them back down to earth. The big turning point in the game was when Tanganga got sent off, 2 yellow cards. It was a naughty challenge, wasn't it? Let's face
It was a naughty challenge, but the reaction that Zaha had given him
Made it worse.
made it a lot more worse. And to
Yeah.
be fair, I thought that was going to be like, I don't know, maybe a sending off straight away.
I think he got sent off like straight
Yeah,
after.
so
He
then-
jumped
yeah,
into a challenge straight
yeah.
after he got sent off. Obviously then Zaha gets the pen in the 76th minute, tucks that away, and then 2 goals from Edouard on his debut.
On his debut, wasn't
I
it?
think
Yeah.
he got brought on as a sub, bagged 2 goals, bang. So 3-0 to Palace, good result for them. Spurs now need to go again for the next game, but fair play to Palace. On to the big one now, Man United versus Newcastle, the game everyone has been talking about, and they...
All eyes were on Ronaldo, really, wasn't it? It was the start of the show.
Of course.
Came in, bagged 2 goals. Fernandes scored an absolute belter as
Oh,
well.
yeah, what a bait.
And
Also,
then,
Jesse Lingard, obviously bagged in the last minute.
done
I
it by
saw-
Martial.
Yeah,
straight
brilliant
through.
play.
Oh, it's brilliant.
You can't leave Newcastle out of this discussion because, to be fair to them, they did turn up. Ronaldo scored just for half time, and then they picked up the equaliser in the 56th minute. So they came back in the second half, all guns blazing. It's all about CR7. Everyone was there to see him. Did he provide? I'm so buzzing to see more of Cristiano throughout the rest of the season, and obviously he's coming to our hometown on my birthday,
Can't wait.
December
Here we
11th.
go.
Can't wait. So yeah, let's get on to the next one. Well, okay, moving on to Leicester v Man City. This one finished, obviously, Man City 1, Leicester 0. Bernardo Silva with the goal in the 62nd minute. Scrappy goal.
Scrappy goal,
I only
yeah.
watched Match of the Day, and it looked like Leicester had a fair few decent chances.
Jamie
to be fair.
Vardy.
Yeah,
I
Vardy.
think he had a few chances as well, didn't he?
He did. Whenever Vardy's playing, you know he's in with a sniff.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Another good result for Man City, especially after them losing on the first game of the season. They've got to be contenders to win the league, haven't they?
Definitely, it's between them and Chelsea, isn't it?
And
Man
United,
United,
surely.
yeah.
And Liverpool.
Yeah.
It's got to be that top
Liverpool,
4,
yeah.
actually.
Oh my
And
God.
top 4, you can't
What a
call it.
league we've got.
I know. Anyway, on to the next one. Okay, let's get into Chelsea versus Aston Villa. This one finished 3-0 to Chelsea. With Lukaku, it's one of them things where he looks at Ronaldo and he says, anything you can do, I can do better. Well, obviously, he comes along. It's his first time back at Stamford Bridge since he's made the nearly £100 million transfer back there. And obviously, he goes and bags 2 goals as well,
Yeah.
just because he doesn't want Ronaldo to steal the show. So, bangers as well, weren't they?
Mate, was it the 3rd goal?
Yeah, the one that came on his left foot across his body.
Underneath him though, weren't it? Sort of thing, and sort of bagged it, top bins.
Fair
What
play.
can
It's
I say?
a great
Absolute beautiful
finish.
goal.
It's a great finish. Villa,
But
I
it's
still
Chelsea.
don't worry for them. Like, I know they lost Grealish, obviously, but they obviously stole
They've
him
still
when
got a
they...
few good players, weren't they? Like, to
Very
keep them
good
upright.
squad, mate. They've got a very good squad. I think they're going to be fine. Obviously, they've got Danny Ings up there now as well.
Yeah.
With
Watkins.
With Watkins.
Yeah.
Villa should be fine with the squad they've got. Obviously, playing Chelsea at Stamford Bridge is a difficult task for anyone. So,
yeah, definitely. Top three. So
let's get into the next one. Now moving on to the Arsenal v Norwich game, and Robbie's just spilled his Speller all over his new shirt. Obviously, we went to this game. You may or may not have seen our match day experience. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. We went into this one as Norwich fans, not expecting too much, but we actually done all right.
First half, I think we've done all right.
Yeah. And then we took a batter in the second half. I think we ran out of steam a bit, didn't we? Ran out of ideas. The goal Arsenal scored was fairly controversial, a bit of a scrappy one, but it was onside.
To be fair, they could have bagged maybe
a few more.
About 2, 3, maybe even 4.
But in the same breath,
but,
we could have nicked the equaliser in the last minute.
Yeah, true.
A good result for Arsenal because obviously they're winless up until this game. Norwich, 4th loss on the bounce. Watford this weekend is a must win. Yeah, on to the next one. Right, okay, we're going to get into Leeds versus Liverpool now. What a classic Premier League fixture this is. This one finished 3-0 to Liverpool. Horrible injury for Harvey Elliott.
It was.
But
it wasn't vicious.
I don't think it's a red card.
It wasn't. Me. He went for the ball. It wasn't intentionally to.
It wasn't to hurt him, was it?
To hurt him, no. But I think it was just
it's a harsh. It's a harsh
freak accident. But it's a yellow card. I don't think it's a red card. Do you?
Yeah, I think never it's a yellow, mate. Like it's just that's how he fell. He just fell awkwardly.
Yeah.
It's a contact sport. And it was one of them freak accidents. He fell funny. Obviously, we wish him the best and hope he has a speedy recovery. He's only a young lad. So, anyway, goals from Salah, Mane and Fabinho. Salah, again, is just...
He scored every game.
For me, he's just so underrated.
Yeah, he is.
So underrated. He just does it every season. For Leeds, again, it's Liverpool. We lost 3-0 to Liverpool at home.
Yeah.
They've lost 3-0 to Liverpool at home. Against these top 4 teams, I think... Anyone who takes a battering off these top 4 teams this year,
you've got
to hold your hands up.
And then go for the next week.
You've got to hold your hands up.
Yeah.
I mean, Leeds again, they're a great team to have in the Premier League. I love having them back. The fans are unreal.
Some good players as well.
They have.
Very good players.
I'm sure they'll be fine. And obviously, they got a red card as well. So
yeah,
that's obviously hasn't helped the score.
No, of course.
So, yeah, on to the next one. Everton versus Burnley. And this one finished Everton 3, Burnley 1. Damari Gray on the score sheet again. He's had a hell of a start to his season. He wasn't doing much at Leicester, was he?
No,
really?
he wasn't.
He seems to have just slotted straight in at Everton. Yeah. But we can't go any further without talking about Andros Townsend's goal. I swear this guy only scores bangers. Like he doesn't score regularly, but when he scores, oh my God, he scores the most unreal goals. Burnley, I mean, Everton away is a difficult game. Ben Mee with the goal for them. Burnley are a team this year. This could be the season where they do drop out.
Relegated, maybe.
So, again, a difficult game for them to pick up anything from, but this might be, in my opinion, the end of Burnley's love story to the Premier League.
The Premier League overview.
So that brings us into the next part of the show, which is the bit that I know Robbie is probably the most excited for. And this is... Which guest balls best?
Which guest balls best?
What's going on, people, and welcome to Which Guest Balls Best. So as you can see behind me, we've got some goals, we've got some cones, we've got some hula hoops, and we've got some scores. So as you can see, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Starting with number 10 for 10 points. All you have to do is score a goal. Just get the ball in the goal. Obviously, if you hit any of the other points targets on the way in, then you're going to get that. But if you don't, then you're going to get yourself 10 points. We've got this little goal here, but you get yourself 20 points if you can bang it in there. And then moving on to the 30, we've got another goal, a little bit more set back, so it's a little bit more difficult than the 20. And then moving on to the big boys, we've got a 40-pointer, which is these 3 cones down here. If you can knock over one of them 3 cones, then you get yourself the 40 points. If you knock them all down, same thing. And then moving on to the big boys. So for 50 points, we're going top bins. Obviously, we're going top bins. So if you can stick it through there, you get yourself 50 banging points. The big boy. If you can scoop the ball up and plop it into there, then you, my friend, are getting yourself 100 points. Over to Robbie. Which guest balls best? Right, okay, so shot number 1. Rob, you ready?
Let's have it.
Let's do it, mate. Good luck, geez.
This time. Top bins.
Oh. So he went for top bins, just missed, but he still scored a goal. So far Rob is on 10 points. 4 more efforts left. Here we go. Go on, son.
Go on, innit?
Oh! So he went for the 40-pointer there and he got it. So 3 remaining goes, and so far 50 points. You're looking good, Rob. You're looking good, mate.
Playing top bins again.
Oh,
Buzzing! Let's have it! Top bins!
We're all gassed. We're all gassed. 3 efforts so far. He's on 100 points, and he's still got 2 more efforts to go. Rob, mate. Robbie Savage.
What are we saying?
Go on, Sam.
What are your top bins again?
The top bins is always going to be a hard one to follow, but another 10 points for Rob, so he's on 110 points. 1 more effort to go. Rob, make it count, geez.
You know what? We'll go for it.
Is he going to go for the? He's going for the 100, mate. He's going for the 100 club. Oh,
no.
he's ended on a zid. But that's it. That's Robbie done. 5 efforts, 110 points. That's a good effort for my first guest. Join me next week to see who can compete.
Which guest balls best?
Welcome to the last part of the show. This is where we pick our baller of the week. So what I do each week is I'm going to ask my guests to pick 3 candidates for who are their baller of the week. I'll pick 3 as well, and then we'll compare them, and then between us we'll knuckle it down and pick one out. So let's see who we both picked.
Baller of the week.
So I'm going to get started off with my 3rd place baller of the week. It's Edouard from Crystal Palace. Obviously on his debut, bagging 2 goals. He came on as a sub as well, so
Yeah.
you've got to give him a mention at least. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course you have.
Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
But moving on for you, Rob. You've gone with a man behind us
I've
now.
gone for Mo Salah, purely because he's absolutely exceptional from the start of the season to now.
He's one of them players that I feel is just like slightly underrated, even though everyone knows he's a baller, but he's just a bit underrated. And he just doesn't get that same respect he deserves.
And obviously he's got Crystal Palace coming up this weekend as well, so I think he's gonna score this weekend again. Yeah, that's pretty much it really. Mo Salah.
And we're going to move on to both of our second choices, Romelu Lukaku, and he's just came back to the Premier League like a duck to water. 2 goals, on his debut back at Stamford Bridge again.
Yeah.
And one of them was an absolute worldie. He's just one of them players that you just know he's going to score goals. I feel like
Class.
if it wasn't for the next player, then he would have got it this week.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's just because of this man. I mean,
kind of
what
guessed who it was going to be anyway.
man.
Yeah.
So all the pressure was on him. Obviously there was pressure on Lukaku as well, but the whole world was watching this game.
All eyes
and he
on him,
comes
love it.
back, bags 2 goals. United win 4-1. The whole of Manchester is singing "Viva Ronaldo," and you just can't help but love the man and just respect his hustle. And for me, there's no reason why the geezer can't get top scorer this year in the Premier League. And that's why this week our baller of the week is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Baller of the week.
So that brings us to the end of the show. First off, I want to say a thanks to Rob. Nice one, brother.
No, thank you.
Killed the which guest balls best. 110 points, good start.
And the top bins as well.
And top bins.
Come on.
Top bins. Hope you have enjoyed the show, people. Join us next week where I'll have another guest and we'll do the whole thing all over again. And they might even knock you off the top spot, mate. Yeah.
Nah, definitely not.
Thanks for tuning in, people, and see you next week.
The Baller Show presents Balls Deep.